So, in my time on YouTube, not from the point where I started making videos till now, but also just, when I started, sorry, I got a text message, I'm filming this on my iPhone, but, also when I was watching videos and, just the normal YouTube stuff, just watching videos, I've seen a lot of, videos in circulation about Christianity or different religions, especially when that whole thing sparked when, that guy made the poem, the Christian poem, and there were a lot of similar ones that were made promoting atheism or different types of religions. And anyway, a lot of the times when I see videos like that, I will copy them, put them on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram and kind of try to get different people's opinions, but I've never really made a response on YouTube. And I recently saw a video, and I've been debating whether I wanted to make a response to this, whether I really wanted to get into it, because I've seen a lot of people make responses to it, including The Amazing Atheist, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. And I decided that I wanted to make, just kind of give my opinions, not really make a response, but kind of give my opinions and my comments about this video. This video is just a few minutes long. I will put the video into the description. It's a video about a Jehovah's Witness. It's a cartoon, and pretty much it starts with this little boy, probably, 7, 8 years old, little kid, and he's running around, with this magical toy. It's supposed to represent this character from a movie that all his friends are watching. And his mom is pretty much like, where did you get that? Blah, blah. And, of course, with them being Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't agree with watching anything that promotes magic, playing with anything that, the character has magical abilities. Just like with Christians, they're not really huge fans of magic or anything like that. And anyway, at the end of the video, the kid has to throw his toy away. And the mom says that she's proud of him, God's proud of him, or whatever. And it's a really quick movie or video type thing. I guess it's like maybe a teaching tool for kids in Sunday school or something like that. But why I decided to comment on this is because I can 100% relate to this little boy, and I know exactly what he's going through. I was raised by Christian parents. Now, Christianity wasn't shoved down my throat as a child, but I was forced to go to church as a kid, and I was guilt-tripped, I didn't do some things as a kid because I felt guilty because God was watching me all the time or whatever. And, it wasn't necessarily shoved down my throat, but it was always present in my home. And I remember one time in particular when I was completely heartbroken. I don't know if any of you guys remember, well, I'm sure you remember, but the huge Pokemon phase, not, Pokemon now, but the huge Pokemon phase when you were like, if you're my age, I'm 20, I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, and everyone was collecting cards. They were coming out with it for the Game Boy Color. It was on TV, and it was just blown up. It was huge. Everybody loved Pokemon. And, I spent years collecting cards and trading cards, and it, was banned from our elementary school because they said it took away from our studies, or people were complaining about the cards being stolen, so we weren't allowed to bring them to school, but we did anyway, and we would trade them at school, and I was just absolutely fascinated with Pokemon. I loved it. I got a poster one year. This boy that I had a crush on in like 3rd grade gave me a, I believe it was Jigglypuff, one of those gold little cards that come in the Pokeball, and he was my boyfriend for a little while because he gave me that, and I was just really into this phase. And I had literally hundreds of cards, you know, the holographic cards, the rare cards, just all these cards that I had traded and won, that I had bought with just the little bit of money that I could find, or my parents would give me, or my parents would buy for me. And about 10 years old, my parents had this family friend come in. Her name was Ingrid, and she was a Mormon, heavily into Mormonism. And I have never really been fond of her, but that's not really the point. The point is, but that's not the point. The point is, sorry, my phone, I have 20% battery, and so my last video just stopped, so I had to start off back here. But, she, with my parents' permission, her first mission was to save my soul, because apparently because I was so into Pokemon, and because I had these cards, and because I watched this show, I was going to go to hell. And it was the same kind of thinking as in the video, because they were magic and just all this stuff, Pokemon was of the devil or whatever. And so with my parents' permission, my parents knew about this. My parents, they all knew, you know, how hard I had worked on collecting these cards, how much I valued these cards, how many cards I had lost to different matches that I would play with people or whatever, just how important this was to me. They all knew, and they conspired. And one day when I was at school, because we couldn't bring our cards to school, I put them in this tin in my room. And so one day when I was at school, or I was somewhere, they destroyed the cards. They didn't just go throw them away where I could sneak back out and get them out of the trash can or whatever. They actually burned the cards, and in their place left this little deck of Jesus cards. And these cards were ridiculous, they were stupid, and it made me so mad. These cards would have like a picture of a Bible verse, like a picture of Adam and Eve or something, and then on the back it would talk about Adam and Eve, and then it would give you some kind of trivia question. Now, the stupidity of these cards was, first of all, nobody collected them, so I couldn't trade with anybody. There was no point in having these cards, and I was just literally so upset. And so I completely understand, you know, what this boy went through, and it's just all brainwashing. You know, a kid isn't born as a Christian. A kid isn't born believing that magic is the devil. Like, it's not like he nor I were actually, like, into black magic, like, selling our souls to the devil, you know, casting spells into voodoo. It's not like I had this black room with, like, these dolls that had needles poked into them. They were Pokemon cards. And I was banned from watching the show after that. And it was just a really rough time in my childhood. Because that was such an important part of my childhood. That was such an important part of, you know, I grew up with this. And then all of a sudden it was gone and I was banned. And what am I supposed to do, you know? And I guess that's the reason that they actually even took away my Game Boy game. It was like Pokemon Red or something. They took it away from me, gave me a Tom and Jerry game, which I actually did become pretty fond of, but that's not really the point. Which now I still have that gold Pokemon card because my parents didn't know until much later that I had actually even gotten the card, which I'm so glad of, that I still have that gold card. Gold plate, whatever it is, and I have all the Pokemon games for the DS. I have the Black and White 2. I'm getting ready to get X and Y, and so Pokemon's still important to me because I was robbed of that as a child. And so, and then another part that really gets me in this video is that the mom talks about God, and she's like, you know, how did God feel when Adam and Eve sinned? And he's like, well, God felt sad. And she's like, yeah, he felt very sad. God wasn't sad. God was pissed. God was furious, raging wrath. God overreacted. Because not only did he banish these people from this perfect garden, but anybody to ever come, any other human being is damned to hell because of these people. God is not sad. Sad is not the right mood to use there, because he was not sad. He was pissed. He was irate. Use something else, because sad is not the word to use. So, I guess the meaning of this video is just to let you guys know that I've been through that, and I know a lot of people who have been through that kind of stuff, and it sucks. It really sucks. Even as a young kid, I knew that, you know, they were forcing me to believe something that I didn't believe. I didn't believe that Pokemon was against God. They couldn't really give me a clear, definitive answer of why it was against God, and, it just sucked. It really, really just sucked. And, so that is that video. If you guys have ever been through anything similar as me or that little boy in the video, leave a comment or a video response. And thanks guys so much for watching.